Okay. Yo, we should all group up.
We should all poop poop.
We should all group up. Cheeze-Cast anniversary.
Sounds
We'll all have
amazing.
a slumber party.
I
My place.
I like it.
My place. I'll set up a tent in my loft bed, and we'll just hang out in there, and playing like rock paper scissors and talking about boys we like.
Of course. And doing our hair. Doing each other's hair.
No, that's gay.
Oh, right. Excuse me. Wouldn't want to do that.
Yeah, only talking about men and what we do to them sexually, of course.
Yeah.
All right. Exiting out of that. Cards Against Originality, an app. Oh, it's an app.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah. So it should be easier that way if you get the app.
Yeah.
Probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah, probably. Okay, this guy has invited me to play Candy Crush on Facebook. A total of 34 times?
I think you got a crush. I think someone's got a crush on you, Matt. A Candy Crush.
Wow, you're funny.
Thank you.
You're very funny.
Thank you.
Have you ever gone to a comedy club? Signed up?
Never.
Tell them many jokes you have about my
below
life.
me.
Oh, comedy comes... not comedy comes.
Comedy comes.
And just a comedic cum sound. Like a blow whistle whenever you do it. It's like, woo woo! Ah.
That'd be great.
Womp womp womp.
God dang it. It's in the wrong hole! Wah, 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 wah.
I swear, half a minute is natural. Womp womp womp.
Look like I'm like descending into the depths, and this is the only thing holding me in the real world as I'm being sucked into hell. Ah.
I'm sorry, what?
You don't get it, you're not a 90s kid.
What?
Welcome to Cheeze-Cast! I'm wearing a Mario shirt. Thank you for playing the live studio audience cheering sound. Yeah, my dogs heard that shit that you just did again. They don't like it.
Doesn't like me.
Yeah. What was that?
I try to make it work, but it's not. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Okay, I gotta turn off OBS because looking at Tom's GIF is very disorientating. Wait, disorienting. Disorientating?
It's disorientating.
Okay, good. Well, welcome to Cheeze-Cast, everyone. Cheez-Its and Cheez-Its. Heart you. I'm the only one here.
Well,
Okay, bye,
entertain
everyone.
us then.
Glad to run into you.
Oh, hey, Tom! I didn't expect to see you here.
Well, you know, I was just in town. I was shopping across Walmart. I just thought I'd pop in and say hi. Yo.
Oh, I pictured Tom popping in and be like, "Hey there, gang!" He was like, got his thumbs up and his.
Then the live studio audience is just like.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, Tom!
Then
I
Mark
didn't
comes in.
expect you to be
Mark comes in
here.
and it's like.
It's like, what are you losers doing?
Yeah. Ooh. Or it's like, aww.
You fucking suck.
Well, it doesn't matter because true friendship is all that matters. Aww.
Speaking of true friendship,
Matt watches My Little Pony.
true friendship is magic, and it a true friend is someone who never intentionally pisses you off just to get you pissed off, and someone who never does that. Matthew, welcome to the show.
Hi. That was a weird introduction.
Woo.
Okay. Well,
You fucking
hi.
suck.
I'm here again. Unfortunately, I know.
That's that guy that we banned from our Twitch chat.
Yeah.
You fucking suck.
Gay!
Virgin.
He
Stop
starts.
it!
He upgrades. Eventually, during the show, he upgrades from just "you fucking suck" to like full on like
Yeah,
elaborate
just like
insults.
calling out like all
Like,
his
You're
insecurities.
terrible at everything. You're scared of everything. And it's so
Your
like
mother never
stringed
truly
together
loved
that you
you.
can't understand like anything that he's saying. So it just sounds like. I'd like to also welcome
Is
our
he a
special
crying
guest, the
seagull?
whale.
That's not a whale. A whale's like. Learned that from Nemo.
Okay.
Speaking of Nemo, they're making a second
Since
one.
our Skype chat has been turned into the Improv Academy for Radical Randys, I want to say something that is kind of a joke. At the same time, it's also kind of annoying when it happens. The first rule of improvisational comedy is don't shut down someone else's joke, Matt.
What, the freaking
Oh,
whale
shit.
thing?
Yeah, you do that
Shut
all the
down.
damn time.
That was fact checking.
Because we're 100% accurate on this
I was
show.
checking your facts.
Also, yeah, we'll check your penis.
I do every day with
It
my
smells.
hand. It does.
Anyways, since this is the Improv Academy for Radical Randys, we got to do some improv preparation.
Okay, Steven, start. Go.
One of the most... I'm going to explain it. Come the fuck down, you fucking... Every damn time with this guy.
Wow, way to shut me down. You hypocritical bastard.
That was not a joke you just made. I'm
yeah,
explaining the
serious.
game.
100% serious.
Right, come on. Improv.
Thank you,
Show me.
Tom.
Show me the.
So
the,
a very
the
common
world of
one
this, 'cause I'm not
that
experienced.
a lot of people do is basically you have a group of people and you start with one word. Someone says one word, go on to the next person, they say a word, and basically make a sentence or a story out of it. And yeah, I'm gonna add the ability to add punctuation. So if someone wants to add like a comma or a semicolon for like pausing, or a period to end the sentence, that's cool. All right, so
We're adding grammar to that?
yep.
You're getting very,
All
very
right.
specific. Okay.
So I'm gonna start. Patty.
Wait, who goes next?
I'm gonna go. Let's go. Me, Matt, and Tom.
I don't understand
Okay.
what we're doing.
Alright, just say a word after they say a word.
And we're trying
Go,
to
Steven.
form.
okay.
We're trying to form a weird or funny story out of it, basically.
Right.
Probably played
Okay,
this
I've
game
got. I've got this. I've got this.
before. All right, go ahead, Matt.
Oh, wait, I'm starting now?
No, I started. I said Patty.
Oh, you should have repeated it. Okay. Whack.
Patty Black.
Patty Whack.
Whack.
Oh. And.
This
Slappy.
is turning out well.
Patty Whack and Slappy.
Period.
Nah.
End
And.
sentence. New sentence. Go.
Patty Whack and
Tom,
Slappy.
start. Patty Whack and Slappy. New
Statement.
Show. Coming to Comedy Central.
This is... Do we want to start over?
Tom, start. Go.
And.
You don't start a sentence with and. Spelling. What? No, that's not spelling.
Okay, we're gonna start over. I'm gonna start us over. And the way that I thought that was going was, like I said, Patty Whack, and that sounded like that rhyme, like
Yeah,
knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
Dog a bone, yeah.
And Tom said and it almost sounded like Patty Whack was like a character. So I was like Patty Whack and Slappy
I thought it was meant
Joe.
to be a character.
Patty Whack and Slappy Joe.
I don't know.
Do a thing.
No, the name's just.
I don't know about these things.
All right, I'm gonna start a new one. Let's go with the basic one. He. Let's do that.
Always.
He always.
Yeah.
Did.
Like.
My.
Fat.
Sweaty.
Dog. Continue. We're telling the story here.
When? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
She. When she.
Would.
Oh god.
Try.
And.
Hump.
I'm gonna fucking spit on my lemonade.
So I'm not drinking during this.
Try. What?
That's why I'm not drinking
Oh.
anything during this.
When she would always like my fat, sweaty dog when she would try and hump.
Him.
Go Tom.
In.
Him.
In.
Yeah, hump him in.
Hump him in the
Dog.
Place. Period.
semicolon.
He always did like my fat, sweaty dog when she humped him in the dark place.
Alright.
That's basically where it goes. It's like semicolon, pause.
Semicolon period, exclamation point.
So Matt said semicolon, so that's a
I did.
pause. So what you got out? What does this person say after that, Tom?
I.
Saw.
Him.
At.
Freddy's.
Ellipse.
What?
That's like,
What?
that's like the triple period, like dot dot dot.
Oh, right. Oh.
I saw him at Freddy's.
I first said lips or some shit. I was like, what?
Freddy's
lips.
I saw him at Freddy's lips.
So I saw him at Freddy's.
Ellipse.
He.
Ellipse.
Yeah, no. Then Tom said he. So I saw him at Freddy's. Pause. He
This is so fucking stupid.
It is.
made.
Me.
Swallow.
The.
Candy.
Oh.
Thought I was gonna say come, didn't you?
Candy of. Is that what you said? Of?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear that.
Candy of. Cotton.
Candy of cotton.
It's like cotton candy, except a really weird way to say it.
Period. We're done.
Good session, guys. Pretty good at this.
We're
Should,
so.
like literally start a group.
I think, yeah, maybe without the 15-second pauses in between. Like, it's just my comedic pause.
I think this has brought us all closer together.
Yeah, definitely as a group, as a unit.
We want to move on to the podcast then, or do we want to do another one?
Oh, are we not recording yet?
Oh, I did. I've been live streaming recording this entire thing, and that part's gonna be on the podcast.
Okay.
Go on, let's do another one. One more.
Okay.
We can do this.
Tom,
Alright.
kick us off.
In.
A.
Landmine.
Where?
No one.
Is.
Around.
2.
Discuss.
The.
Politics.
Of.
My.
Filipino.
Friends.
Period.
Cut. Send it in.
In the landmine. There's nobody around to discuss the politics of my Filipino friends.
True.
No, I was definitely seeing that you were going for in a world.
In a world.
But I'm like, no. We're not doing that.
I wasn't going for that. I was thinking something. The first thing popped in my head was no one can hear you scream.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
The point of improv is to be improvisational. Not improvisational.
And
And not do what you meant.
not do.
And not do.
You don't
do
do
not
things in improv.
Okay. We should do one more improv thing. Okay, let's
Is there not another exercise we can do?
There
except
is.
wait. Let's do just random thing. Let's set up kind of a scene, but we do it with our voices.
What?
Yeah.
What did you say?
That was a really
Okay.
concerned what I
Steven
just did
enters
there.
the scene.
What?
See if it enters the scene.
Wait,
Go, Steven, start.
I don't understand what's happening.
Tom enters the scene.
What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Are we just...
They are both very
I
confused.
need an adult.
Matthew enters the scene.
Uh-huh.
There are no adults to help you.
I am an adult.
Good.
What are we
NC.
doing, Matt?
That sounded way too
I
disturbing.
don't... Okay, we're gonna do one exercise that I actually know we can do. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, so basically how it works is you have to... You come up with a word, and from that word, you're timed... I have a timer on my phone. You're timed for like a minute or so.
Fancy.
And then you have to basically come up with as many words as possible that are related somehow with the word that you choose.
Oh God, really?
Yeah. So, like at first, you, like say if you choose orange, like then first things that come up would be like orange, peel, fruit, color, and then you have to start getting creative after you run out of the easy ones.
All right. Who wants to start?
I'll go first.
Okay.
All right, give us a... Wait, I'm going to change my stopwatch to timer. There we go. All right, it's already set... Wait. Let me set this for 1 minute. It's so awkward. All right, here we go. You ready?
I think so.
You going to give us a word?
Oh, I thought we had to give him the word.
No.
Yeah.
No, like we all decide on one word, and then we each have all of us have to work together in order to come up with as many words that are related to that word in some way.
Oh.
Oh, right. I thought you were picking a word for me.
We gave him a
Then,
word, and then he had to think
yeah.
of all the words.
I'm gonna write all the words we come up with. Okay.
All right.
So does anyone want to come up with a word, or you want me to?
Sausage.
Sausage?
Sausage.
meat,
Oh, I guess I'm starting.
butcher,
Lover.
knife,
Breakfast.
Dick.
man,
Men.
dog,
Boy.
cat,
Animals.
rat,
Food.
bat,
Pig.
mat.
Anus.
Vagina.
Hey, don't get sexual.
Fuck.
Fingers. Sausage fingers.
Bun. Ketchup.
Lunch.
Mustard. Relish.
Condiments.
Barbecue.
Condom. Condom
Yeah.
men.
Okay.
Trojan men.
Brown.
Sparta. Athens.
Shit. Shit.
That one had a capital
Shit.
S. That one had an exclamation point.
I think we came up with like 30 something.
Semicolon. Shit.
Period. Comma. Oh,
Penis!
God. Oh.
That was loud.
Yeah, it was.
That was fun. That was...
Okay.
I was gonna write down all of our answers, but then you guys just started blurting out like a bunch of things. The only one I got down in time was meat, so I had to try to count it on
That
my
was the
hands.
first one that was said.
Yeah, I tried to count it on my hands, and I think we got to like 35.
Yeah, we got a lot of them. All right.
That was...
Hey, you guys want to do some scenarios?
You know what? You guys can do scenarios. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
All right, Tom.
Alright,
You
let's do
start.
scenario.
You
Come
give
on.
me a scenario.
Okay. I'm in a hospital, okay?
I'm in the hospital.
And you're a patient.
Yeah.
I'm a
Okay.
doctor. And I'm gonna tell you that you have terminal cancer.
Okay.
Okay. So, scene begins. Hi, I'm Dr. Lawson. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing? I'm having a great day myself. I just got married, just about 2 hours ago. I didn't feel too well, so I came in.
Yeah.
I found out they're pregnant. It's great. So what news do you have for me?
So, you just got married yesterday, huh?
I'm sorry, what?
Just got married yesterday, huh?
You didn't tell me, Matt.
Yeah, I just got married yesterday.
Whoa.
Or no, not
Congratulations.
yesterday. Not yesterday. It was today.
Congratulations.
I'm still wearing my suit.
And you didn't invite me.
No, I didn't.
So,
Continue. Tom.
did you, don't suppose you, watched the game yesterday, huh?
No, I didn't. I was preparing for the wedding,
Yeah.
as men do when they're about to be
Yeah,
wed.
that.
So stop dodging the
understand.
question. What's the news?
Well, sometimes sometimes doctors don't have questions. Like sometimes we just walk up here, have some conversations with the patients, and
Okay, but I would
make them
definitely,
feel like real people.
I would definitely like to know why you're dodging
I'm-
my
I don't think I'm
my
dodging anything.
results.
What results? I don't
You
know.
called me in here because my results for.
I mean,
I came in.
this sheet of paper was just like a dot drawing. I don't know what you're talking about.
The dot drawing.
It's a cat, if you want to know.
Oh,
cat.
so I'm destined to get a cat then? Alright.
I don't know how.
This was a,
I don't know why I would be telling you that. This is a hospital, not a vet.
You
have
seem
cancer
very
in the balls.
nervous. You seem very nervous. Are you afraid your cat drawing isn't good enough for me? I like it.
You have cancer
I mean, I what?
in the balls.
My balls? What?
Your
I thought I
balls
was
are
getting a
carrying
cat. What?
bags of terminally cancer.
I'm carrying bags of cancer in my balls?
Bags
Your
of
balls.
terminally cancer.
Terminally. So what does
It's
that mean
the,
for me? Do I get them cut off?
It's in your balls.
Well, I mean, at least she's already pregnant. Okay.
Your baby
Still-
will be a cancer baby.
Cancer baby. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Will he die? Is he gonna be bald for this?
No,
his
he'll just
life?
have
Is he gonna be
more
Caillou?
than 2 arms.
What?
More than 2 arms.
More
Cancer
than
in the
two
balls.
homes. Oh, more than
cancer in
two
the balls.
arms.
More than 2 arms.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. Then 4 arms. Yeah, it'll be a
So yeah,
strong.
so have a nice day. Please tell me that you how much you enjoyed your stay here at St. Augustus Hospital. It's really nice meeting you. Yeah, be sure to give me a 5-star rating on the way out, and I
Yelp.
will catch you later.
All right, yeah, definitely will. Write down.
Follow
Got a
my
cancer
MySpace
baby.
page.
Got a cat drawing. Overall good visit.
Hit me up on Twitter, Tumblr. My name is
Buy my
Yeah.
album on iTunes.
Your hospital has a Tumblr.
St. Augustus Boy at Tumblr.
Add me on Snapchat.
Where we send regular pics of dying children.
So I can see more pictures of your. Was it
Damn, I've just realized how
Terminally-
controversial that probably would have
terminally
been.
cancer balls? For research, of course.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. Okay, interesting.
That was more
scene.
fucked up than I wanted it to be fair, but I was stuck in a position where I had no other choice.
So basically, what
Yeah,
just
you
happened.
drew me a picture of a cat.
So basically, what just happened was you guys like created a scenario and you both played characters in it. Is that
Yeah.
what happened?
Sort
Okay.
of. And it turned out
Something
way
fun.
worse than I was thinking it would.
All right, Steven. Create
So-
a scenario.
What's that?
Create a scenario.
I create a scenario?
Create a scenario for all of us, and we gotta get to a conclusion.
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep it real basic, like a real basic scenario.
Alright.
Oh, this is actually related to a Facebook video I watched the other day. So a package arrives at a house. The a mother of one son, receives the package. It's like that big. It's like one of those paper envelope packages. Has his name on it. She doesn't know where it came from. She doesn't know why it's here. And she's gonna confront her son about it.
Okay.
I fucking hate that movie. Shut up. The movie scared the shit out of me.
That is the literal plot of Babadook, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, like
Really?
the book is delivered to the door. It's a single mother with one son.
Oh, well, mine
Babadook,
was inspired by a Facebook video, and after
Okay, let's just go with it.
thing, I'll tell you about the Facebook video afterwards.
Okay, Steven, start us off. We already got the information.
Okay. So what do you want to do?
Well, you
Wait,
gotta start off. You created the scenario. You started off.
Am I playing a character?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know.
As you do in scenarios.
All right, I'll be the.
Don't just tell us. Tell us.
I want to be Bowser.
Shut up, Tom. Tell us through your words.
All right. Jamothy, what is this package doing here?
I don't know, Mom. What is it? What's the package?
I have a feeling that's Matt's real voice, and he puts a fake voice on, like, whenever he's on Skype. This is the one time he can let it out.
Who's it for?
It's for your dumbass.
Jesus.
Well, excuse me. I didn't order a package.
It says your name on it, and I don't know where it came from. Are you getting into my credit cards again to buy the drugs?
Look, Mom. That was only 2 times.
I'm looking.
Stop hanging over my head.
Well, if this is the third one, you're out of here.
You're out of here!
Open up the package. What's inside?
Can I time out real quick? I think that a good dynamic for this is if the person who's not in this scenario, like, I think that, like, Tom for now should, like, throw in, like, curveballs to the story.
Well, no, like
Throughout the thing.
He should enter like a random.
Hey, gang!
Burst in. Woo! It's Tom.
Alright, time in, I guess.
All right. Go.
What was said last?
All right. What's in the package?
You open it up. If it's a bomb, I'm not going out.
Fine, Mom. You made me do everything here. Open. Ah! It's a severed head.
What is it?
Oh God, it's looking at me.
It's a severed head in one of those envelopes? Like this big?
It's
How to put it
foldable.
in a vice. How to put it in a vice to fit it in.
It's foldable. It unfolded. It's a severed
It's a
head.
folded severed head.
It's like origami.
Oh sweet Jesus! Oh Lord, I'm getting the vapors.
Oh wow. I think I did order this actually. Yeah, I remember now. I ordered it off the back of a magazine.
Your
I didn't think
voice
they
is
would
so...
come through.
That's it! No jello pudding for you! You go straight to your room, mister!
Mom! Yeah, at least keep the head. Can I?
Where did I go wrong, Lord?
Please?
Please smite.
it's been a
Please
short time.
send your heavenly judgment and smite this abomination of a son.
No, Mom!
We're gonna lightning bolt.
I'm dead.
Finn.
You're out of here!
Were you the ump? Were you the ump, like, also folded in the envelope? Tom, I was
That's a
so
beautiful
expecting
story.
you to either be the severed head or guy. Okay.
I should have gone in a different way and like asked God for like forgiveness or something, and Tom could have been God. That would have been great.
Like, no, you stupid bitch. You raised
You
him,
done
not me.
fucked up.
He's ordering severed heads and whatnot. Origami.
Shit.
Express shipping from Japan.
I don't deal with that crazy ass shit.
Created the world. Wasn't prepared for this. Okay. I guess
Well, that
it's
was
my
good.
turn to create a
Oh,
scenario.
the yellow man group.
Alright. So, it's July, 4th of July. It's fireworks going off and whatnot. Everyone heads in, and it's a slumber party. Slumber party. There's 8 girls. 8 girls in total. But unfortunately, they all are cripples. None of them have legs. And they want to have a pillow fight. Becky! Whoopah! I hit you with a pillow.
Oh, you stupid
Are you okay?
bitch! I'll shout.
On what? It's a pillow.
Your pillow stank.
My pillow stank. This ain't even my pillow. It's Rebecca Anthony's.
In comes Tom.
Yeah.
Rebecca Anthony, you have a low voice.
I think she needs to turn up her volume or something.
Or
OMG.
speak.
So was pillow fight going down or what?
It was already going down. Your pillow stinks.
Your bitches are playing me. Is this pillow fight going down?
Yeah. Take your weak shit out of my house, bitch!
Rebecca Anthony, I'm dying.
Oh, I think that was my, my razor-filled pillow. My bad. My B. My
Raisins and
B.
rocks, why are they in your pillows?
You know. Raisins.
Tell my mother. She's a hoe.
Yeah, I don't want to take part in this anymore.
So, you like the puss? Or what?
What?
And scene. Tom, I gotta say, Oscar nomination going to you.
Thanks, bro.
Coming in as a girl with your low ass voice.
I wasn't even fucking paying attention. I was trying to go along with it. I don't know what the fuck was going
I
on.
would have expected it.
It's starting to get extremely weird. I don't want to be a part of it anymore.
It was a pillow fight amongst wheelchair-ridden girls.
Yeah,
I
what
just
the
remembered
fuck?
that they're in a wheelchair. I just remembered
Yeah.
that.
And you were Rebecca Anthony.
I was Becky.
I don't remember.
Oh, that was a new time low. We just came on the podcast. And pretending to be fucking crippled girls having a pillow fight. Like that's new. That's
Okay.
new for us.
Fine, Tom. I'm gonna really include you in this one.
I don't
Alright.
want to be included in this.
Driving down the hall.
at
You're
all.
driving down the highway.
I'd rather just sit on the lines if it's okay, Matt. I'd rather just warm the
Okay, fine.
bench
Steven.
for this.
Steven, driving down the road. It's a desert. There's cactuses all around you, vultures picking at your windows. All of a sudden, you hit someone. You hear a scream. "Ah!" And you stop. Like, oh my god, and you get out of the car.
So
Look
I'm
down,
driving.
It's Hitler.
Oh god.
Start. You just hit Hitler, Steven.
God bless America. Get back in my car.
Nine, wait! I can make you a deal. Just help me. And I will give you an offer you cannot refuse. Wait, where are you going? Okay. Alright, so is that...
Oh, my microphone's not broken after that one.
mic broke. That's what you get for hitting Hitler. Alright.
Hi there.
So Steven... Oh, is your mic better?
Hope so.
Alright, so I guess that ended that scene.
Yep.
Drove off leaving Hitler in the sand.
Fuck yeah. Now you did blow it about like... Actually, I'd probably take a picture of myself
Probably.
and Hitler.
You take a selfie with him?
Yeah.
Guess who I just hit with my car? Hashtag Hitler's not dead. Now he is. Okay. Alright. Are we good? We good on scenarios?
Yeah, I guess so.
Tom, are you ready to join back in?
No, I don't want to be included in this anymore. This is so fucking
We're
stupid.
done with the scenarios. We're going on to the podcast now. Let's go.
Oh, forget off the podcast. It's fine for me.
Topic for this podcast. Scenarios. Let's go.
No, we're still in the first half.
Still in the first half?
Yeah, that was about, well, actually, yeah. I mean, does anyone have anything they want to talk about that they've done recently? We got like
I
15
recorded
minutes.
something with an open mic, or with a standing mic, so it doesn't sound like crap.
That's good. Tell us about
Yeah.
that, Matt.
I found a mic in my room. I hooked it up, talked into it. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I don't sound like gargled garbage.
You want to tease what game you're playing?
It's a RPG made in RPG Maker. It's about the quality you would expect. Pretty interesting. And yeah, there's a lot of choices I made in it, and it's kind of sad and confusing. And yeah.
If you like kind of sad, kind of confusing RPG Maker games, go check out Matt's channel.
Yeah. Anyway. Oh, something I remember I was talking about a lot lately. Not with you guys, though. So, apparently there's a court case going on right now. Well, it might have ended already. But there was a lawyer who was trying to fight for the right for this man's, like, legal ability, because it's not forbidden, to trial by combat. See, he was being sued for something, and he's going to the Supreme Court with the idea that he can get out of this through trial by combat. Now, if you were in a world where trial by combat was the only way of settling things, would you enjoy it? Yes or no, and why?
What?
If you were in a world where trial
Are
by
you doing
combat
scenarios again?
is the only way of...
Why
Okay.
why would we enjoy it? Because it would be a law enforcement. Like, law enforcement is not meant to be enjoyed.
I wouldn't enjoy it, especially if it was someone with someone I knew, against someone I knew. But I think I'd deal with it. You know.
Honestly, I
if
would
that
I would
was-
enjoy it. I mean, if you think about it, everyone would be so much more interesting too, if you think about
Yeah,
it.
you
Because-
haven't really like described it in detail either. Like, we're talking
Well, I
about
mean,
the
just
trial.
everything set by trial by combat, but no guns.
So what do you mean,
So
like,
fight to the death.
how? Oh, fight to the death.
Yeah,
Right.
And whoever wins gets to go free. The other
yeah, it's
dies.
trial by combat, Game of Thrones style.
Yeah. That's what I was assuming. Oh, you can also, if it's Game of Thrones style, you can choose someone else.
Yeah, you can choose someone to fight for you. That would open up a whole new job market too.
Uh-huh.
Paid gladiators.
Let's pick Ronda
They'd
Rousey
probably
every
cost.
time.
They'd probably cost. A
Well,
lot.
now that that's answered.
Well, I mean,
Do you have anything else you wanted to talk about that you've been doing?
No, Stephen, I do not. Go on to the next person.
Alright. I do have something I'd like to talk about. So, recently, this is, some people might have foreseen this coming. Some people might have not have. But I've done playing Brawlhalla competitively.
Oh, you done?
Yeah, and it's not because the game's getting boring for me. It's not because I don't like the game anymore. It is because I don't see the reason why I wanted to play Brawlhalla competitively is because I like the game, and I thought that I had the ability to get good enough to like maybe make some money off of it. So I tried to, and I realized it's not the way I want to make money. The way I've wanted to make money since I was a kid is animation. So it's like I should be fucking animating, not playing this damn game. Which is why my Skype status is now changed to I'd rather be animating. So I'm done with that. But if any friends want to play every now and again, I still have yet to play a single game of Brawl Ball or Bombskyball.
They're decent. You just throw bombs at hoops and stuff. Nothing really special. But I mean, we could probably play around sometime.
You know that thing you've been wanting to do and you're really excited about, Steven? It sucks.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's not like something to be like, oh my god.
It's different. Not many fighting games have that kind of thing.
That's true. That's true.
So I really want to play that eventually. There was another thing I wanted to talk about. I can't remember it. Oh yeah, I wanted to open this discussion to you guys. So Brawlhalla, I'm done playing Brawlhalla, and it was the same reason why I stopped playing Smite was because I don't feel fulfilled anymore with the game as much as I do with animation. And Smite was I didn't feel as fulfilled with the Smite team as I did with my YouTube team. And now, I mean, it's also the same reason why I stopped doing YouTube videos on my own channel. Is because I'm just not.
Oh, you're not fulfilled with us then?
No, I'm not fulfilled with doing videos on my channel like by myself.
Okay.
If I'm gonna be by myself, I prefer live streaming, and I prefer doing animation rather than videos.
All right.
So I have to ask, what have you guys ever had a moment where you stop even feeling fulfilled about something, like a game or a sport or something like that?
Well, I mean, I guess I could say that kind of for swimming. Like, I used to swim for like 7 years actually. I swam for a long time, and I was always kind of behind because I was very much overweight in my youth, and like of course swimming helped that tremendously, but I was still always kind of behind everyone, I guess. But even though everyone told me I had like so much potential, I've got like all the qualities a good swimmer needs, and like that I could go really far with this. But every time, like during every competition, like I would always like do terribly because I was just slower and like behind all the other kids. And like it got to the point where like every single swim practice, instead of giving it my all, I would just like sit in the bathroom and like play on my Game Boy until it was over. And yeah, like it was always kind of sad. Like the only time I've ever won a race was literally when every other kid fluked out of the race. Like we were doing the breaststroke, and every single one of them messed up the technique and got disqualified, except for me. And I won. It was the only time I've ever won it.
Technically, you outskilled them, so I
Yeah.
consider that a win.
Yeah, I mean, I had the skill, I had the technique. I was just too physically underdeveloped, like in comparison to everyone else. Because everyone else was like super skinny and aerodynamic, and I was just buoyant. I float up to the surface every time I try to swim. So yeah, I quit that, and 15 other sports that I tried.
How about you, Tom?
The one thing I've like felt really like unfulfilled by is like being able to play like a musical instrument. I've always wanted to do it like since like a really young age, and at my high school, when I first joined, I tried to take like drum lessons and stuff, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot because I don't know, like music was like a really big part of my life when I was growing up, and there's just I don't know, I always thought it would be cool for me to like actually pick up an instrument. So I started off with the
Yeah.
drums, and I went to regular lessons at my high school, and eventually I was there for a good 2 years, I want to say.
Hmm.
But for my lessons, there was one other person that I used to go there with all the time, and he's one of my best friends now. But like at the time, he was really really good at the drums, and he
Uh,
was so much better than me. And I kept constantly getting outshined by him, and it didn't help that my drum teacher was an absolute dick.
yeah.
He yeah, he just used to like it was literally like whiplash. Like like he didn't used to physically abuse me, but he used to like he knew how to get inside your head in a way, and
Yeah,
like
that's messed up.
he knew how to like sort of lower down your self esteem. So eventually I dropped out of drum lessons. So that's one instrument that I wouldn't that I couldn't pick up.
I did that with the
So
trumpet.
I did that with the
so
saxophone.
so after that, I think the inspiration for me to pick up another instrument came from one of my favorite films that I've ever seen in all my life, Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Uh,
Yeah.
I decided to pick up the bass a little bit, so I went to bass lessons as well, and I ended up joining a class during the last few years of high school. I ended up joining like a music class, so it was all these people who are already really like experienced in their musical instruments because they've been playing it since like a very young age. Like, because some people get introduced to an instrument and it turns out that they're really good at it, so they just stick at it. And then by the time they were my age, at the time, they would have been fucking insanely good at it. So there was those kind of people there,
Oh wow.
and I was just starting out on bass guitar. So basically, like throughout the year I was in that class, I felt so like stupid in a way because
Yeah.
like times that they would talk a language that I didn't understand because I was too inexperienced with like musically, like like just musical terms that I didn't understand, like
Not even,
that I haven't learned yet.
not even
Like
kidding. That is exactly what happened with me in trumpet. I started at the beginning of high school. Well, actually,
yeah,
no. I was in middle school and I started band, but the middle school band was linked with the high school band when we practiced, and that's the same thing that was happening. Everyone else had been in band for like 4 years already, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Scary.
so
That's not a good system, like at all. Can't put the inexperienced people with the totally experienced people. That just totally destroys everyone's self-esteem.
So basically, the only thing I could do on a bass guitar at the time was be able to read like tabs on the internet. I don't know if like you know what I mean, but like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah, like so I'd learn like the basic notation of a song that I liked, but it would have to be very very basic because my attention span couldn't really like. I couldn't put myself together to learn like a 5 minute song or something. Like I had a really short attention
Yeah.
span. So it could only be like selected songs. Meanwhile, people were like reading their own music, like their own like sheet music that they've composed themselves and all that shit. And it just
Yeah.
I don't know, it just brought me really really down.
I
And
think
by the time I left high school, I dropped the bass. Like, well, I've got a bass in my room right now, and from time to time I still play it. But the reason I'm like I was torn up about it is because I love music like so much. Like it's had a massive impact on me. Some songs and like it's the feeling that it's somewhere where you don't belong. Like somewhere like a topic that you love so much, and it's a topic that you have no place in. A topic where you have no talent in. Like I was just fucking heartbroken, dude. Like I don't know, like I just felt so rejected by the end of high school because it felt like I was literally talentless by the end of
Yeah.
it.
No, I had something kind of similar to that, except it's kind of opposite. Like I was with the saxophone, I said that I used to play that. I started in 5th grade, and I played it for
Me too.
a total of like 4 years. And I'm not trying to brag at all, but I was pretty natural at it, and like I never really practiced at all, and I still got by perfectly fine. Never really excelled because again I didn't practice. I practiced like a whole 2.5 hours over those 4 years, and those are the forced ones my parents made me do.
I think for
And
me it was just like the attention span. Like I couldn't really like
yeah,
get myself to focus on
yeah. I
stuff.
mean, the only thing I could focus on really was this one song. It was the Super Mario theme song. The and I
That
learned to play it
is,
on the saxophone.
it's a bitch to play on piano.
And it was a bitch to play on the saxophone too. But after like practicing at every single band practice in school, practicing at home, I finally learned to play it, and I was like really proud of myself because it was like really complicated, like
Yeah.
fast and whatnot. And what was it? I told my parents about how, oh yeah, I'm playing this, and they're like, oh really? Play it for us. And I'm like, sure. And this was
Me too.
back.
Me too.
This was
Can't
back
do
when
it.
like I had like very little self confidence, and I'm like, and like getting in front of like 4 people to do anything I've claimed to be good at is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
So I got in front of like all 4 of them. Well, all 4 of them. Like after my brothers also showed them what they could do musically because my older brother could play the guitar pretty well at the time. He played Iron Man
Not cool,
pretty
bro.
good. And so I was all nervous, and they're like, "I get up there." I'm like, "No, it's fine." And they're like, "Come on, do it." I'm like, "Okay." And I got up there, and I started the song, and I messed up immediately, and my like confidence was shattered, and I'm like, "No!" And I'm like, "Wait, let me try again." And I tried again, and I got a little farther. I'm like, yeah. I screwed up again, and like it was just so bad. And they were recording too because they were like, oh, he can play the Super Mario song. That's cool. And I was just shattered, and like, and I ran into my room. I'm not gonna lie, I cried, put down my saxophone, and I never really played it for anyone again. Also,
I
the band
cried
teacher.
for more ridiculous things. It's fine.
Yeah, also, my band teacher was a bitch who locked me out of classroom every single day because, like we have these things. We like almost every single day from the beginning of the class. Like 2 people beside me would be talking, and I would be, I guess, like practicing the Super Mario theme song, and like she would assume it's me who's talking. Also, because they didn't freaking back me up, they were douches, and
You're like, yeah, it's Matt.
and it kind of became like a joke that I got sent out of classroom every class because I did. And they were like block days too, so I would sit out in the classroom. I had no phone at the time, no phone to play on, and I would just sit out in the hallway for 2 hours just looking in, watching them practice, and doing nothing. One time, I got dropped off at the school to practice after school, and I got there like 5 minutes late. And I opened the door, everyone was already seated, and she looked at me, and she was like, get out of the classroom. And I'm like, what? She's like, get out, leave. And I'm like, but I just got dropped off. And she's like, leave. And so, like, she forced me to leave the classroom, and I had to sit outside and wait for my mom to come pick me up. I was like, I was so embarrassed.
Getting back to the situation that it seems that we might have all faced. I don't know if Matt had the same situation, but basically, it's pretty much like I think that the environment that we had for music was like we're pretty much new to it. We go in, there's a bunch of people who know like infinite amount more than us. But the thing is that if I would have asked people, like, hey, I don't know what we're doing. What are we doing? They'd be like, oh, we're tuning our instruments, making sure everything sounds right. Like, all right, I'll try. How do I do that? And then, you know, it would have been much easier.
Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't
However, the reason why I quit band was because that first day when we were tuning our instruments, I came in, was going to tune my instrument. The teacher came around with the tuner. I played the note. He checked it. Well, first I played it, and he's like, that's the wrong note. And then he checked it, and I played the right one. He checked it, it was wrong, you know, it was out of tune. He checked it again, said, do this, and I checked it, and it kept going. And he was getting just so frustrated. And I was like, I was getting really sad, because I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be a nuisance. So I quit band after that.
Yeah, I mean, I just quit after I got thrown out for like the 80th time that year. I had been counting. Well, not 80th exactly, but around 80.
It also doesn't help that everyone there is probably there to get better at playing an instrument, and that's what they want to do. Like, is play an instrument and get really good at it.
The saxophone.
So they're probably gonna be more focused on getting better than helping anyone else.
Yeah, but the only good thing that came out of that was it allowed me to pull like the smoothest move I've ever pulled for a girl. Cause I don't hit on girls like ever, but I did this one time. And okay, so like I got kicked out of the class and I saw another girl waiting for a ride, I guess. And I don't know what she was doing exactly, but she was singing Bruno Mars' "Billionaire," and she didn't notice me, and what was it? She was singing "The world better be prepared for when I..." No, she was saying that part, and she was like, "The world better be prepared," and I walked up behind her, walked up beside her, and was like, "For when I'm a millionaire," and I finished it for her, and she was like, and I'm like,
smooth.
Yes, and it was spontaneous too. Like it was crazy, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, "You did it.
You're meant for each other."
And then I didn't talk to her like ever.
You fucking pulled at me.
I was super smooth when talking to her afterwards. I'm like, "Hey, I'm Matt," and she was like, "Oh, hey, I'm blah 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 blah," and we talked for like a half hour.
Good name.
And yeah, blah
that
blah
is
blah.
the,
blah,
almost
blah,
the same
blah,
story,
blah, blah.
except it's more Disney than my story, with the redhead.
Yeah, but like, yeah, like I saw her again like later in the year, and like she clearly remembered that moment, but I did too slightly. It was a long time ago, and my memory is terrible, and so she was like, "Hey, Matt," and I'm like, "Who are you?"
Oh my god!
Wow.
And I'm like, "Oh wait, no, I remember," and I turned into like a socially awkward like blob. I was like, "Hey, how are you? I'm good. I'm sorry, you should have finished that. Did you do anything recently?" "No, I didn't." And I'm like, "You should have finished that." And I was like answering my own questions, and she was just sitting there like, "Are you the same guy?" I'm like, "I don't know."
I don't know.
And I threw that away.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, does anyone else have any, like, events they want to recap that they've done recently?
I saw a play, a musical. It was The Book of Mormon. You guys seen that?
I've never seen except the one I went to while at school, but I've never been to a musical other than that.
Book of Mormon is made by the same people who made South Park, so can expect the same comedy. And it was so crude and whatnot, and like my dad didn't know about that because he was the one who took me there, and like a lot of the time they were like bashing religion and.
It's my favorite kind of comedy.
Yeah, they had a song that was pretty much the saying, a phrase. Yeah. Essentially, they had because like they were in Africa, they were in Uganda, Mormon missionaries that were sent to Uganda to preach, and they had a saying there, up the Diga Digawai or something like that. sounded like that.
All right.
And they were singing a whole song, up the Deba Deba why, and they were like singing along, and he's like, oh, it means fuck you, God, up the Deba Deba why. And my
Good.
dad was enjoying the song until then. He was even like singing along to himself, and then when they said that, he was like, ugh! I was like,
Heresy!
the minute that was like the minute, like the whole crude joke bomb was dropped.
I just pictured your dad, like, reaching into his suit pocket and pulling out a gun. It's like, heresy! Starts
Yeah,
shooting the
shooting
people
up
at the
the
play.
Yeah, I saw that. It was
That
fun.
is ridiculous.
It was a really funny musical
That is
though.
Chronicles of Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it was like really, I don't know. It was different than any other musical I had seen.
Like shit.
Probably because the musicals I have seen were school musicals, or that one time I was on Disney cruise and I saw Toy Story the musical,
You lucky son
Which-
of a bitch.
which is as good as it sounds. They had girls playing every single character. Like the same girl too was like 8 characters. It was so weird. Like she was Andy, she was the kid next door, she was like Jessie. Wait, no, Jessie wasn't that. I mean Woody. It wasn't very good. But the singing was alright. It was a while ago though. Have you seen any plays or musicals, Tom?
Have I saw any musicals?
Or plays?
What?
Or plays?
Oh, I've seen like I haven't seen any recently. I used to go watch pantomimes and shit like when it was Christmas when I was little. Like that's one thing I used to do. It was the same 2 guys doing it like every year as well. Like it became a tradition. It was just some like really young guy and then some really old guy, and it turns out like one was the son, one was the parent. So it was like a family duo, and they did these pantomimes like every Christmas, and it used to be different like fairy tales like Cinderella and Aladdin and shit. I remember this one year, and it was fucking awesome. They were doing Aladdin, I think, and the way they did the genie, like it was like a 3D pantomime. Like, and I remember being so like fucking mesmerized as a kid. Like I put on these 3D glasses, and the genie was like coming right at me, but it was a real life play at the same time. Like the actors were actually like reacting to the genie. And,
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah, like it was fucking sick when I was a kid. Like I really enjoyed it. So yeah, like I think that was like my last experience of a play.
Oh, really?
Watching one at least. Yeah.
Dude, I love that kind of different kind of I guess plays like that. Like I saw a pantomime play like that. It was Much Ado About Nothing, the Shakespeare play.
Yeah.
But they had a modern twist on it. Apparently, it was like guy had a girl he proposed to, but then he had to go off to the Navy. Came back, ignored the girl, joined the biker gang, and then pretty much just went off from there. But it was amazing how they could convey every single thing without even saying a sound. You know, like I couldn't imagine how long it took for them to think of all that and like to rehearse all that. Because I have to speak to convey most of my emotions, let alone a freaking complicated story that's literally revolving around puns and, like, what is it, just people talking in general. But they did it without speaking once, and it was fantastic.
Yeah. That sounds cool.
It is cool.
It's funny that you say that, Matt, because that is, like, one of the most difficult things about, like, a lot of stick figure kind of animations, or like animations that don't have any voices, which a lot of stick figure animations don't, because you have to convey everything, especially with stick figures, because a lot of times they don't have like facial features. It's just a circle, so you have to convey it all with their motions. So it has to be kind of like almost dramatic or over exaggerated.
I mean,
like
they did have one like kind of risque scene, because like there was supposed to be a scene where like this guy thought his girlfriend was being banged by another dude, and they actually acted that out.
she was getting fucked.
And like, of course they had clothes on, but they were like pretty much doing like I guess, rhythmic doggy style over a balcony while the other dude watched. And this was a school trip to the play too, and I was like, whoa.
That's the
It was
pelvic
bam,
region right there.
bam, bam. Like, and you could tell all the guys and girls were getting uncomfortable. And the teacher was like, yeah.
Or the teacher was just like, zip.
Yeah, that was him unzipping his coat to get comfortable and clapping.
Exactly.
This was a good scene.
Exactly. It was a great scene. Very well done.
Yeah.
And he was very hot
I got my.
because it was. That's why he took his coat off.
Yeah. My teacher probably wouldn't get too uncomfortable about that though, because he's super cool with like teenagers and adult humor. Like there was literally a moment in the school play he made where there was implied cunning linguists, and like everyone was like, "Oh." I mean, it was a joke. Of course, it didn't actually happen, but it was an implied joke, and like the principal almost like shut him down because of it, and like so many parents were offended too. But the kids loved it, of course, because we all know what it means.
How the fuck did he find out?
Yeah, I mean,
well, you fucker snitched on him.
Yeah, it was like. It was mainly like the parents who had brought like the young children, but they shouldn't be doing that anyway because this is because he is like expressively what's the word? I guess he just says to everyone who goes to the play, this has mature content, it's adult humor.
I thought you were talking about the joke that he made. I thought you said he made like a really kind of like almost adult joke to you guys.
It was a dirty joke. We had a lot of dirty jokes in there. Called people whores and used swearing. It was crazy. It was a high school play too, and I never really expected that.
No, I was talking about your teacher.
Yeah, my teacher.
He called people whores?
Well, a play where he had teenagers say that to each other.
Oh, in the play, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the art format.
Yeah, he didn't go around calling.
I thought you were saying that your teacher called you guys whores.
Calling them linguists.
You whore.
That would be kind of.
Turn your homework.
Your homework. Study cunning linguists. We need it for the play.
Cunning linguists.
Cunning linguists.
Anyways,
a cunning linguist to say cunning.
Let's see. This first half has been going for I think close to an hour. So, yeah.
You want to have a break?
Yep, we're gonna go to a 5-minute break, but it usually ends up being shorter than that as I'm looking for music to put on while we're on break.
Alright.
Drag it out. Wow, that was an amazing story. Your teacher sounded like an asshole, but he's not actually an asshole. He's just trying to stick to the art format. Oh my god.
Yeah, he likes treating people like adults and it's super cool.
Oh my god, what the fuck? God damn it! Fucking
Steven, you're not good at setting up music.
duh.
Come on, I need my break. Well, are we ready to continue?
I think so. I had to change Tom's GIF.
To what?
Watch the stream. It should be showing up like soonish, if it hasn't already.
I'm on my phone, I can't.
Damn it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Not gonna
Describe
lie.
it to me.
Something you just have to experience.
Alright, put it in the chat then.
Camera's fucked up for a second. Hold on. Fucking bug in my face. There it is.
Alright.
Pretty good.
And I can't view that on my phone, so I'll have to view that when I get back to my computer. Woohoo.
Alright. I'm ready.
I'm ready too. You guys do most of the beginning talking though, because I'm gonna finish off my food.
Okay. Don't munch into the microphone.
Tom, rude.
I've been drinking a lot of liquid. It's only natural.
Okay.
Singing about fucking
else would you be
5 hours since
drinking?
gift. Blood my enemies.
Welcome back to Cheeze-Cast, everyone. Hope you enjoyed your little break. Because we sure enjoyed our little break.
Yeah.
I don't know why the fuck, whatever. So this is the second half of the show, in which we have a topic that we stick to most of the time, and we basically just go as long as we have things to say about it. This topic will probably be shorter, not exactly sure, but either way, I think it's gonna be an interesting one. So, the topic is, what are your or what are some of your unnatural fears? And what I mean by unnatural fear, because my definition might be different than the actual definition, is something that you're afraid of that is either weird and you probably shouldn't be afraid of it as much as you are, or something you're so terrified of you just cannot like coexist in the same area with.
Alright.
So if you guys need to think, I can start us off, because I have a fear that I've been afraid of my entire life.
Go ahead and start us off then.
Okay. So my natural fear is water. I am terrified of like pools, beaches, and lakes, oceans, rivers. I'm terrified of falling or even like stepping in water. Like it scares me. And I even have trouble in the shower when like the water goes over my face, because it kind of freaks me out.
Well, I would say that's kind of a common fear actually. I think it's aquaphobia or something.
I'm sort of scared of drowning. I wouldn't really say I'm scared of water though.
Yeah. But yeah, that's usually spawned like something from your childhood or something like.
I never learned how to swim.
That's probably it then.
I still don't know how to swim, and I don't think I'll ever learn.
Yeah, I mean, but at least if you ever want to get over that fear, you know what to do. But yeah, that's a pretty common fear though. I've actually known a few people who are afraid of water, and just in general. I mean, it is something like, I don't know, I guess something like completely different, like just running all over you, touching you, enveloping you, you know?
The thing is, like, water you don't really have any control over. It's kind of its own thing that just happens and does whatever it does. So, I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, that's understandable though. I guess when I was a younger, it's not so much now because I've kind of grown out of it. But I used to have this crazy fear of, I guess, ceiling fans, because like they're like whirling blades in the sky, and I would have to sleep under one every time I would go over to my nana's house, and like I have to sleep directly under one. And I was on a what was that? It was on a double bunk bed, no, bunk bed. And I was on the top bunk, and it was like right next to my face the entire time. So I was like so afraid that would like break off and like saw its way through me, or something. Yeah.
The only reason I was ever scared of those is because my uncle threatened to hang me from them.
Well, I think that'd be more of a fear of your uncle.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Why would he do that?
He never did it. He just threatened to.
Why would he threaten?
Because he knew it scared the shit out of me.
That's a nice uncle.
Yep.
Goes on. Any irrational fears you had, Tom?
I've two that come to mind. Like one where I was, and one that sort of applies now. But like it's it's not really that much of an irrational fear. It's just like sort of a fear. The one I was talking about when I was younger, like I used to be really, really scared of statues and like wax
Statues.
figures, and shit like that. Um,
They're creepy.
I remember going like to a museum on a school trip, and I ended up like bursting out in tears because this fucking horse statue was staring at me in the face, and I found it like really terrifying for some reason. I think
The horse
the what?
A horse statue?
Yeah, dude. Like
Dude,
it was
you must
it
be
was
loving the horse.
What?
The horse mask.
Wait,
Yeah, there's a
what
horse
mask?
statue. You've never
What the
seen
fuck
the
are you
horse
talking
mask?
about?
The horse mask. The thing that everyone wears.
That's a mask. It's
What?
not a statue. He's not afraid of
Yeah,
horses. He's afraid of statues. He was
yeah,
afraid of statues.
that's what
Well,
that's what I
I
was
don't know,
gonna
thought
say.
maybe
Like
it
the
brings
horse.
back, like,
The
traumatic
horse statue
memories
is the
or
fondest
something.
memory because that was the one time where I completely did an outburst in public, and I think I had to get picked up by my mom at the end of it.
Wow.
Yeah, there was I just recall mannequins as well was another one.
Oh yeah.
I think Doctor Who played a good part in me being scared of statues and mannequins and stuff.
Yes.
That
Whispering
one
Angels?
episode, fucking yeah,
Or
man.
Weeping Angels, was it? Weeping
I
Angels?
remember watching that. Like, I think my family was downstairs, and they let me watch it upstairs because it was on at the same time they wanted to watch something, so they sent me upstairs to watch it. So I was by myself while I was watching it, and it was about 7 p.m., so it was fairly dark. And fucking the whimsical TV series that is Doctor Who introduced a fucking world of pain and suffering into my childhood by airing that one episode with the Weeping Angels. Oh my god, I've
I
never
was
been
scared
like
of that episode too.
I was
Okay.
fucking petrified of it. I've never been as scared of like it's like a
Oh,
TV
you were
episode
like
as a kid ever.
statue?
Did you start like just making sure that you kept eye contact with like all the statues around you, so they wouldn't move?
Shut myself, I did. But I think the horse statue came before that, and the episode like just sort of heightened the phobia a little bit. So yeah, that was one of the like
You know,
weird
that kind of
fears
reminds
I've had.
that kind of reminds me of a really irrational fear. I had a fear of the headless horseman.
Yeah.
Like, it's very specific, but like he was what made me like afraid of the dark, really, because before the headless horseman, I wasn't really afraid of much of anything, really, until what is it? I was alone and I stumbled upon the TV. It was on. My parents were in another room. It was Halloween, so they were playing scary movies, and they played the headless horseman.
Was it a cartoon
And-
one, or was it
No.
like a live action
It
one?
wa-
I think I'm
it
more
was a
scared of the
live
Christopher
action
Walken
one.
Headless Horseman from Sleepy Hollow than anything else.
And it was pretty much a movie about how the headless horseman goes around just chopping people's heads off,
Mhm.
and later like it's discovered that like he puts them in like a closet, and like there's a scene where there's like heads everywhere in the closet, and I'm like and there was one scene in particular where this guy was like leading a group of tourists through is it the Sleepy Hollow, the woods and whatnot, and he saw a girl running, and he was like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And there was a horseman, the headless horseman was right behind her, and he was like, "Oh, wow, that's cool. You brought a big prop," but it was not a prop, and he went
But
by,
it wasn't
and
a
he lopped,
prop. Ooh.
and he lopped the girl's head off, and she just fell, and it was from a distance too, and you just saw the guy's face turn to like, oh no, and I had the same face. I was like, oh
You made a
no.
mistake.
And it spawned like actually 3 months worth of nightmares. Like, it was literally the same thing every time. I would be being chased in this similar fashion by the headless horseman until I got to like a pier and like cut my head off. It only stopped when like I guess like I had started to get like I guess more confident, and the dream changed instead of like the same thing over and over, to where when he tried to like lop my head off, I turned into the Incredible Hulk, or like at least his physique. because he was my favorite superhero, and like I grabbed him, and I'm like, no, you don't, and I threw him in a coffin, and he sank
Get
in
him,
the water,
Matt.
and I'm like, yeah, we never had that nightmare again.
I was the complete opposite with the Headless Horseman. I thought he was cool. And I didn't want to carve pumpkins because I thought I was hurting him. And
Every
then
year,
Dad was like,
around
do
Halloween,
it!
he was just like, in his house in his chair, just like sipping on pouring coffee into his hole,
Mhm.
and he's like, ah.
Or it's not even like an actual pain, it's just like a kind of grievance, like, yeah, it scratches his face. It's like,
What face?
his pumpkin face. He gets an itch on his pumpkin face whenever someone tries to carve a jack-o'-lantern. So Halloween, it's like he's got itches all over his face.
No.
Not that. And of course, my dad was like, son, you gotta carve this pumpkin or you're not gonna be a man. That's how my dad sounds.
Really? No, I never really liked carving pumpkins too much because I was a girly little boy and I didn't want to get all the guts all over my fingers.
Another fucking irrational fear that I have. This is actually irrational because they don't exist. Well, they kind of exist, but they don't.
I have just a headless horseman.
Nope. Zombies. Fucking,
Oh.
I'm terrified of zombies, even though I love The Walking Dead. I love watching zombie movies, but every time afterwards, I'm not going to be going to sleep till like 4 a.m. at the
Really?
earliest. Like,
I'm like the exact opposite, like you are with the horseman. I love zombies so much. Like,
I also
I've
hate
always
them.
kind of like dreamed of like zombie apocalypses, and like where I was like this badass wandering dude with an eye patch, shooting all these zombies, saving people. You know, because like I mean,
never like that for me. It's always I'm running, and see my dreams. Whenever I always know I'm gonna have a bad dream about zombies whenever I watch a zombie show or a movie. But like my dreams try to trick me. So like the most recent one, I started in a mall. You know, I was having a nice dinner with my my dad and stepmom at the mall, and I was like, oh, this is nice. And then of course, zombie apocalypse breaks out in the mall. And there I am running to I don't even know where I was going, but I was running, and I was just thinking to myself like, wake up, 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 wake up. We're gonna
Yep.
hate it.
What were they like, running zombies or walking zombies?
I don't know.
Because-
I just knew as soon as it was a zombie, like as soon as I knew it was a zombie dream, I was like, "Get me the fuck out of here! I don't want to be in
Yeah.
this." 'Cause
And yeah, because I always picture like the slow zombies. Really, with like the upgraded zombies, like with walking zombies, you should be fine. Just watch out for the people. With the running zombies, really keep your guard up for everything. But if it gets to like the Resident Evil level zombies or like
which ones?
the World War Z zombies, well, like the mutants,
The World War Z zombies are fucking crazy,
dude, they freaking sprint.
and they're
so
fucking
fast,
strong.
and they're like spiders. It's like that's like so hard to survive.
They change like instantly too.
Well, 10 seconds to be exact.
That's pretty instant.
Instant would be like that. I know what you mean. I know. So, Tom, what are your thoughts on zombies? Like them, hate them, love them?
I'm indifferent on them. I think they've been. I think zombies are really oversaturated, like in media these days. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't really have a thought about them.
Yeah,
They're all right.
I'll never not like them.
I hate them in that they make me angry because they scare me.
Steven, you know, there's a thing, I'm not sure where, but it's in America. Like, I think it's on like the East Coast, but there is a kind of like a marathon type thing
I know exactly
called
what
the
you're talking about.
zombie run, where you literally have to
that shit.
survive a zombie horde.
There's one in Atlanta. There's a really popular
Oh.
one. They do it like every year. There's one in
Yeah,
Atlanta,
that works,
Georgia.
because it's like Walking Dead.
Yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure it's sponsored or like supported by The Walking
Steven.
Dead.
Steven,
Fuck
would
that
you be
shit.
able to do that?
Well, I would be able to do it if it wasn't just myself, Like, that's the thing. Like, with zombie games and movies, I can watch it no problem as long as I'm not alone. But I can't play Nazi zombies by myself. I always have to play, like, online or with friends. And now I don't have any friends to play that game, so I can't play it. It's fucking ridiculous. But the thing is, like, Resident Evil, I'm fine with. Like, Resident Evil, the game. Like, whenever because they have, like, mutated zombies. And sometimes they don't even have zombies. They're just, like, people who are being mind controlled. So I'm fine with Resident Evil. But goddamn. I fucking hate them.
Yeah, I want to do that so bad.
Ugh.
Like, there's so many of these, like, big events that I've always wanted to go to. They're, like, just, like, things that you always dream about doing, and then you realize there's, like, an event just like that.
There is a thing in the UK. I don't know if it's something that anyone can do, or if it was just a thing for these, like, YouTubers that did it. But I didn't know who the YouTubers were, so I'd assume it's open to everyone. But basically, you go in, they suit you up like a SWAT team, pretty much. And they have, like, objectives for you throughout this, like, pretty much a campaign. Like, you go through, you have to find things, you have to figure out things, you have to open doors, and then there's a boss fight at the end.
Uh-huh.
It was fucking cool. You have, like, airsoft guns or paintball guns or some shit you kill the zombies with. It's great.
Nice. That's cool. Kind of want to do that. There's a thing. It might be in D.C., Washington, D.C., for you Brits. There's like this room that they lock you in. Like they pretty much just take you, put you in just a random white room with like it looks like someone's living room really. They lock you in it, and you have to find a way out. And like you have 1 hour to do so. Like I'm pretty sure you can do it with friends, but it's like pretty much like like one of those escape games. Like you have like I don't know like limited oxygen or something, and like you get to like interact with things or like pretty much do whatever possible to escape the room. Like I feel
Share
like
to the window.
Cool. No, there's no window.
What the fuck?
It's a white room.
You said it was a living room.
Yeah, but this is a windowless living room.
It's stupid.
Don't question it.
How dare they?
I'd like crawl up through the fireplace. Like Mission Impossible style. Got 2 hands on each side of the wall, 2 feet, inch my way up. Have you guys ever done something like that before? Like any kind of like Mission Impossible-esque climbing?
I did it in a hallway.
In a hallway? Oh, what, like the hands thing?
Yeah, I did it in a hallway to hide from like my niece. We were playing hide and seek.
Oh, what, were you on the ceiling?
Yeah, I was like in a hallway with my hands like on one end and my feet pressed against the other wall, and I was just kind of hanging up there. And I got tired after a while, so I had to hop down.
Dude, that's like Spider-Man. she walks past you and like, what is it? You got a piece of sweat just like
yeah,
down
exactly.
your face, down to the nose. Like no.
And then it falls, and then it drops, and then she's like,
and then she looks up and you're gone.
Yeah, out the window.
Well, it turns out you just dropped down and freaking booked it.
Yeah, she looks out the window. I'm just like, and she's like, "That's cheating."
Screw you!
I'm an adult. I can do what I want.
I'm a man.
The only other like irrational fear, which I guess isn't as irrational as any of my other ones, is like I am terrified of falling, like at all. So, like I've had dreams in which they're literally just me walking, I slip and I fall on my back, and then I wake up and I'm like,
really?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
awful.
not that afraid of falling. I guess like while you're like falling, it's like a feeling of like, this isn't gonna end well. Nope. And then you hit the ground, like, no, knew it.
Called it.
Like, honestly, I'm really not that scared of falling.
Spoiler alert, this is gonna suck.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe if it's like an extended period of time, like I don't know, like say you're at the top of a ladder and like you're falling
Oh.
backwards. You're like,
See, that's the
no.
thing. I'm not scared of heights, but I'm scared of falling from a
Yeah,
high place. Like, I'm completely fine with being up high as long as I know I'm not gonna fall.
yeah. One, it's scary that like whenever you're going up steps and like you're like not paying attention to how you're walking, you like get that phantom step, and you like fall.
Yeah,
That
it
happens to
kind
me
of
all
just
the
pisses me
time.
off, to be honest. I'm just like,
Right? Like,
motherfucker.
yeah, it causes like a brief moment of panic in me. Like, that's not what I thought it was. I just go about my day. Ah.
I've had moments where I've been walking upstairs and I'm then like, I don't know how it happens or why it happens, but I kind of start to lean backwards, like I'm about to fall backwards, and I'm like, oh shit. Hate it.
I haven't fallen down the stairs in forever. Like,
I've
not,
never done that. Thank
I,
God.
I pushed my little brother down the stairs once. It's a little douche.
God damn, I am a saint compared to most brothers then.
I mean, I was like, I don't even know why I did it. Like, he was my little brother. He was like, I think like 4 at the time, and I was like 7 or 8, and or maybe even 10. I don't know. I don't know my age. No, I must have been 10 if he was 4. So yeah, I was sitting next to him. We weren't really doing anything. He was just sitting there minding his business. I think he was on his Game Boy or something. And I was like, I wonder if I. And I just like put my hand on his back and pushed him. And he's like, ow! We had a lot of steps too, and they were wooden.
God dang it.
And so he was on the ground, and my mom rushed to his aid, and he
What
was
did you
fine.
do?
And I was like, she was like, what happened? I'm like, I don't know. He just fell.
Of course you did. Of fucking course you did.
I was a little dick when I was younger. Like, I would like punch people. I would always push people off things and like say they just fell. And when
Lucky
they
you.
say you pushed me, I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, I remember this one
I
time.
was the one who got pushed by those assholes. By assholes like you. And I'd be crying my eyes out like
I remember when I was in
came here to have
kindergarten,
fun.
there was a kid playing on top of the jungle gym,
Oh my god.
and I took a rock and I threw it at him, and he fell
What the
off.
fuck?
I don't know why. Again, though, I was never thinking clearly. I was just like, I wonder if I did that. And then like
You're a
when I get in
fucking
trouble,
prick.
I'm like, so that's what happens.
I never did that to anyone.
Yeah, I mean, but I wasn't trying to be like malicious. I just did it because like I was like, I don't know what'll happen. Maybe this. Like
Wow.
I've unintentionally hurt so many people. Like I once elbow dropped a girl off of like a like you know on those playgrounds where like you can climb all over it and whatnot. There's slides and ladders going up it. Well, I was on top of the I was top on the ladder, and like there's some people talking underneath me. I was hanging off it, and like I was looking at this one girl, and I'm like, oh, she's pretty cute. Wow, and I was like thinking about her, and then I lost focus, and I lost my grip, and I fell, and like I literally, like I was falling sideways because I was like leaning off it with the one arm, and like I landed elbow first into her back and crushed the poor girl, and she screamed out. I'm like, ah! I'm like, oh, sorry, you're pretty.
That sounds like a straight up cartoon, like Looney Tunes thing. You're trying to do something, and then you see the pretty girl, and your eyes just like, awooga, awooga.
Yeah.
Then you realize you've lost your grip, and you're like,
Yeah, I'm like clapping or something. Woo! Whoa!
But
I was an idiot back then.
Tom never got to talk about his second rational fear.
Oh right. My bad. I thought you did. Go on, Tom.
Well, it's not really like, it's not really an irrational fear because I know most people would. Well, it's it's a weird one because it's something that sometimes I want to do, but there's always something in the back of my mind telling me that like I like all the things that could go wrong with it.
Masturbating.
Do you know what I mean?
You're afraid of masturbating.
Like I don't know. Like I'm scared of getting into a fight. Basically, is what I'm
Okay.
trying to say.
Yeah, that's
There's been
understandable.
plenty of times where I've wanted to get in a fight because someone's been pissing me the fuck off, but I'm too scared that I'm gonna be terrible in a fight. I'm gonna be a
Yeah.
fucking wimp. I'm gonna get my ass handed to us.
Yeah, that'd be like the worst. Like you like talk all big. You want to fight? You want to fight? Oh, please stop.
Like I don't know. So like I've always had the feeling that like I'd punch like a like like a fucking I
Like a
don't know.
massive bodybuilder.
I don't know how to fight, is what I'm trying to say. And if I'm scared to get in a fight because I'm too scared that I would show myself up. And wish that I would have gone to a fight at one point in my life because there's been plenty of times people pushed me around and they just got away with it, like scot-free. And
Yeah.
I just proved myself to be a fucking pussy. That's
I
it.
thought you said you pooed yourself. I just
Well,
pooed
that too.
myself.
He tried to leave that one out. Thanks, Steven. Yeah, I'm the total opposite of that. I've always kind of wanted to get into a fight, but I've cause like, well, I wrestle
We
with my
know.
brothers all the time, so I'm pretty confident in my abilities. But like, I've never really gotten the chance. The only times I've had the chance, I'm freaking too oblivious. And I'm like, later on, I'm like, I should have fought him. Dang it.
Should have RKO'd that box that was pushing you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just
The
pushes you.
box.
RKO.
That was just confusing for me. I mean, if a random dude in a box starts coming up to you and like pushing you into something, I'm like, what? Like, if it was a normal person, I would have pushed him off me, and I would be like, yeah, fight time. But it was a box. I'm like, what?
It's really,
And plus, people were recording it, so I'm like, yeah,
it's really, it would have been funnier video if he got his ass beat, but according to
Yeah,
the
but
internet.
then,
But for me, it's like it's really difficult to get me to that point that I want to fight someone that they piss me off so much. Because I don't like fighting, like. But there are certain things that if you say it or go there, there's nothing you can do. This is happening like right now.
Yeah.
My little brother is the main one. Like if you even like I beat up a kid for jokingly calling my brother I don't even remember what the name was, but he called him a really
head.
No, it wasn't that ridiculous. It was like
his preschool friend.
it was a curse word, but the reason why he was calling him that was because it was an inside joke, and I fucking went and just punched him in the like chest, and my little brother was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's a joke! It's a joke!" And I'm like,
It's just a prank.
fucking. Not even kidding. You can ask my mom. There have been many times where, like, even when like I was like 8, and my brother, well, yeah, actually, even when I was 8, because there were kids my age, and my brother was like 2 at the time, who were picking on my little brother in daycare, and I whooped a couple kids' ass, and almost got kicked out of daycare for it.
2-year-old? They were making fun of a 2-year-old?
They weren't making fun of him. They were like taking his toys, and like every time he wouldn't give them a toy, they'd like push him or something like that. Oh, it was on, motherfuckers.
Yeah, you see, I don't really have that kind of thing. Like, I don't really have like something that would be just like, they say, "Oh, look at you, you freaking dork." Like, I don't really have like a trigger.
It's not me. No, you can say whatever you want about me. I don't fucking give a care.
You dork.
Give a shit.
Take that.
You motherfucker. We're fighting. We're fighting right now.
Put him up. Well, yeah, like, cause like I'll just like, I don't know, because I've always just wanted like, I want a good reason though. So when like when I go to like, I don't know, like a principal or something, like I won't be like, he looked at me briefly, so I.
He said my
beat
shirt
his
was
ass.
dumb.
Yeah.
He said the Legend of Zelda isn't cool.
Well, like I did have 2 opportunities though, like what was it? There's this one kid he was I'm not gonna say his name, but he thought he was like the coolest kid ever, and what is it? Like he playfully pushed me, I playfully pushed him back, but he got a
Beat him
little
up.
aggressive off that, and like he and then he like punched my shoulder. I punched his shoulder, and I'm like, I see what you're doing. I punched it hard, and he was like, oh, okay, and he freaking punched my shoulder hard. Like class is ended, by the way, and so we're leaving, and so I punched him in the stomach,
Oh.
and I punched him in the stomach hard, and like when he's like recovering from that, like I started walking out of the classroom, and I see him, and I see him. No joke, this is exactly how it goes down. He starts like running at me, and I'm like by the lockers, and like I I stepped to the side. I think it happened really fast. I stepped to the side and like pushed him, and he like went straight into a locker, and I just walked away because like I was like I'm gonna be late for class. That was like the only thing on my mind because I had a class all the way across school, and I just walked away from him.
Sounds like a PSA from the 90s about dealing with bullies.
Yeah.
Hey, geek, give me your lunch money. And he comes at you, and you trip him, and he's like, whoa!
And like falls on his face and like breaks all his like facial bones.
Actually,
That'd be my PSA.
I almost got in a fight with a couple of my family members because
Really?
they said something about my little brother. Like,
How
there was
people
this
say a
one
lot of things
moment.
about your little brother.
There's this one moment. This might be a little bit too real of a conversation, but
Go ahead.
I'm gonna try to hopefully not get too real. But my mom,
real.
it was like after a night of partying. I want to assume that it was like New Year's. My mom, we were all at my grandparents because in their basement they have a bar. That's the hangout place for my family when they celebrate stuff. Is my grandparents' bar.
So
And,
you're all getting crunk.
Yeah, exactly. It was the end of the night. Everyone was drunk off their asses. I was in my office editing some kind of video, and I hear like yelling and like people getting pissed. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go out there. My mom and my mom and my grandpa were in each other's faces, saying this like really mean things to each other, and I was like, okay, mom kind of gets a little dumb when she's drunk, so I'm gonna like try to break this up, and I get in between them. I'm like, mom, calm down, let's all calm down, just go to bed, and it'll be all fine tomorrow. And I hear from behind me my grandpa say something like something along the lines of, at least you have one good son, or you made one good son. And I was just like, I was doing this, like holding my mom back, and I just dropped my hands, turned around, and I got in my grandpa's face, and I was like, what the fuck did you just say? Yeah, it was not I'm joking about it, but it wasn't a good time. And no one even mentioned it ever again after that
Yeah, I doubt
night.
they wanted to, or they could remember it.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping the latter.
Yeah. The only other time I got really close into a fight was so me and my friend, we like I don't usually eat lunch with other people because like lunch is the time I usually just like to chill out and think. And I usually just sit back at like a lonely table. Like I'm not lonely, but you know, just my own little table. But I was talking to a friend for a time, and another kid sat beside me, and he thought he was not a cool kid. He was like a dorky kid. Another kid who thought he was better than he actually was.
Top shit.
Yeah, and he thought it'd be cool to quote Breaking Bad.
No toleration for those kind
Yeah,
of
it was like it was a Jesse line. I haven't seen it, but
bitch.
he says bitch a lot, and like he was always going like, "What's up, bitch, bitch." And it was like, and like
Did he even do the voice?
Tolerated it. Huh?
Did he do the voice?
I don't know.
This
I
is
think
crucial.
so. I don't know.
Because he's not
He-
cool unless he
he's
goes, bitch. It's not
Yeah,
cool.
he just kept calling us bitch, and like,
Oh.
that was the time where I
What a
didn't
fuck.
swear, so I couldn't say stop calling us bitch. I would have to stop calling us B word, And I wasn't about to
Adorable.
do that, so I just took it. And it happened for 2 more lunches. And I just stood up and I punched the kid in the chest and like pushed him away from the table. And the kid threw another punch at me. I stepped out of the way because again he's a freaking douche and doesn't know how to do anything. He missed. He looked like an idiot and he just walked away. And I sat back down and I was like, finally, because I'm not even joking when he said bitch the entire lunchtime, the entire 30 minutes. It's bitch, 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 bitch.
Would
bitch,
he just
bitch,
like?
bitch, bitch.
Would he change his speech pattern in a way that like would make it so he could say bitch more? Like he would constantly say things like "What's up, bitch?" or "Yeah, bitch?" or "Hey, bitch." You know,
Yeah.
just like that. He wouldn't actually contribute to the conversation.
Yeah, he would
Like,
just
so
random
how do you
comments.
feel about this cartoon show? You like it, bitch?
Yeah, I mean, it made no sense why he was doing that. I'm not sure if he was like
He thought he was
intentionally
funny.
trying to aggravate us, or he was trying to be funny.
I guarantee you, he thought he was funny. He thought it was a real funny line, and he probably thought he was cool because he was saying bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep always like
Congratulations.
running into these kids that like think they're cooler than they actually are.
Oh, I don't tolerate that kind of shit.
Yeah,
Like,
actually,
it's
this
not
reminds
cool.
me of another person who honestly I was the douche to, but like he was a douche right back, so I just kept doing it. Like
Two douches
it-
don't make
it's-
a non-douche.
2 douches don't make a freaking. Well, it does.
Two douches don't make a left. Stephen Turner, 2015.
Thank you. Putting that up on my wall.
Thank you.
In freaking big
That'll be
head.
your graduation quote, right? When you graduate?
Yeah. 2
Awesome.
douches don't make a left. So like this kid, he'd always talk to me, and like he had another like what was it, annoying thing he would say over and over and over, and it was because I made an old grandpa voice. This is like 4th grade, and I made an old grandpa voice. I was like, "Hello, Sonny," and like he thought it was hilarious. He called me Grandpa Matt, and he would always go, "Hey, Grandpa Matt, what's up, Grandpa Matt?" Grandpa Matt, and that same freaking like sentence structure every single time, and he would do this for months. Like, and like he was trying to be nice to me. He was trying to be my friend, but like he wouldn't do it all the time. But it was like 98% what he would say, and I literally had to turn to this kid and say, "Look, I'm not your friend. I'm not Grandpa Matt. Go away." And I think I destroyed this kid, and like he didn't. I think he didn't even come back next year, like of school, and I felt so bad, cause like I'm like, oh my god, what have I done? And he came back like the year after that, and like he was like, I don't know, like my arch enemy, cause he tried to be a dick to me whenever he could, and I was right back. Like we almost got into a fight one time. Me and him, and another one of his friends, because he insulted me. I went like right back at you or something like that, and the kid was like kind of like his hype man, you know. And like every time like he said
the
something,
hype man.
they're like, oh my god.
I'm sorry, what do you do?
Yeah.
Sorry, who are you?
How much have you contributed? Anything good? No? Thought so. But like, and he would do it to where like I couldn't like respond because he'd just go like,
Oh my god, I hate people like that.
Yeah, like it's not making you seem smart, but it did like piss
Doesn't
me
it-
off.
Especially like in arguments, whenever they just like can like repeat what they have to say over and over again, even as you're trying to respond.
Yeah, and like he did that before, and like we were arguing. He's like, "And you're a bigger one." I'm like, "Yeah, well, you're a freaking like your mother is
You're a
stupid,"
bigger
and
one?
you're like, "You're a bigger one," And like he said like 18 times, and I'm like, you're not freaking arguing, but he had his
Well, it's
hype
like-
man there, so it seemed like he was winning. I'm like,
I'm referring to when like you're arguing something and they say something that they think like basically wins the argument, like
oh yeah, and they're like, that shuts you down immediately.
yeah, and they
You can't
keep
speak
repeating
after
it
that.
every time you try to say something.
Yeah.
Like, it's better, it's better, it's better, it's better,
Yeah.
it's better.
Yeah,
Something like
so anyway, we keep arguing for the entire bus ride because we're on the bus, we're heading home, and I came to his bus stop and he got off, and I'm like, you know what? And I freaking stood up and I walked off to his bus stop. It wasn't my bus stop, so I got off on his bus stop,
Oh,
and so there we were, and I was falling off. I was yelling at him the entire time. We were yelling back and forth, and he only stopped because apparently his hype man, like, he had his parents that like would come pick him up from his bus stop because like they were still a little ways away. Like the parents broke it up, and I'm like, you're lucky. You're lucky his dad was here. Even though I probably would have lost a 2-on-1, I'm not sure.
2-on-1?
Yeah, because
I mean,
it's like-
unless the hype man just kept going, you're
Oh,
beating my
oh,
friend.
mm,
You're
oh,
beating my
oh,
friend's
yeah.
ass. Oh, this is unfortunate. What do I do?
How do I hype this? Oh man, you look really good when you're on the ground bleeding. Gotta say, one of your better angles. But yeah, it did turn out to be worse for me though because I had to walk home the rest of the bus ride, which was like a mile. It sucked, but I still feel like I won. Plus, I took a video of it when he was reading a book and like eating a lollipop, and he was eating the lollipop in like the most seductive, freaking cock-sucking way.
Oh,
And
yes,
I'm
of
like,
course.
Yes, and I showed it to him, and he was like, "Where'd you get that?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." That's fun. We don't talk anymore.
Now I
though.
have you by the balls. You gotta do something for me. If you want this to go away.
Yeah, you owe me a favor.
You gotta give me some Cheez-Its from the vending machine.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah, not that pepper jack shit. Original.
Yeah.
If I find out you ate one Cheez-It, this is going everywhere.
You're awesome. So, yeah, I'm sharing this with
Talking
everyone.
Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. You can't even post videos to Twitter.
Oh,
Unless
put
you're
it in
linking it from
MySpace.
Vine.
No one even uses MySpace, but they will. They will.
But just think, if like someone you know just happens to be on MySpace.
Tom, you're friends with Tom, I bet.
Yeah, Tom's gonna see that shit. What do you think he's gonna have to say?
What do you gotta say about that, Tom? What do you gotta
Thank
say
you
about
for
lollipop
thank you for
cock?
signing up for MySpace. Here are the list of rules and regulations that you have to follow or are expected to follow throughout the website.
And like I share the video with him, and like messages him. You're a big faggot, aren't you? And he's like, Tom, my friend.
Oh god, you know you fucked up if Tom ain't
I
having your
bet
shit.
Tom in call was a little confused for a second.
You're talking about the creator of MySpace. Not
Yeah,
not our Tom.
I'm pretty sure he'd have the same reaction. Tom, you're so quiet. Have you ever
Lick the lollipop seductively?
done that? And if so, do you have it on video?
Yeah, we need proof. Because we need to know if you're lying or not.
Is he even there?
I don't know.
You might have just checked out. Oh well.
Well, we've pretty much completely diverged from the original topic.
Oh,
But-
what was your original topic?
Let's see, how long have we been
Oh yeah,
going?
he was afraid of fighting. That just went on and on and on.
Oh, I guess that is related to what we were talking about earlier about fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess another example, real quick, was Yo Mama jokes. I took that shit
yeah.
real seriously when I was younger.
Seriously? I
Not
could
even
never
kidding.
take them. I would do that with my brother.
The thing is that my mom, like, I still have a lot of respect for her because she was a single mom from like from when I was born, pretty much, and then she had me and my brother. So she was raising us on her own, and to like even jokingly insult my mom was just fucking. It was on when I was in like second grade, first grade, kindergarten. Oh,
Really?
glue in your hair, bitch. That's what's gonna get. What will you get?
Oh, that's bad.
I'm gonna use these safety scissors to cut your finger.
Get your finger.
Yeah.
A little snippet.
Yes.
Ow! Ow!
Oh, I'm
That
gonna give you
hurts.
such a bad paper cut.
Yeah. I
Actually
paper cut a
did.
dude on his throat once.
Oh God.
Like, I was like, actually got kind of violent. Like, he stabbed me in the shoulder with a pencil. And, I'm like, screw you! And I thought, I didn't know if it would work. But I did, and I made, like, a small, like, incision on his throat. Like, it was small, not small enough to kill, not big enough to kill him, obviously.
Yeah.
But
It
small
didn't,
enough
like-
for him to panic and be like, I just had my throat cut. Oh my god,
Yeah.
I'm good.
It's
Oh my god,
free.
oh my
It's a
god.
scary thing.
Yeah,
Having your throat cut.
yeah, and I had the freaking hole in my shoulder from where my pencil was.
Oh.
And like we got taken to the principal's office, and what is it? I showed like he was like, "Why did you do that?" And I'm like, I showed him the hole in my shoulder,
Hmm.
and I'm like, "That's why." And I got off free,
Of course.
surprisingly enough, even though it was so freaking brutal. Imagine if he would have died like that, death by paper cut.
I don't think that. I mean, it would have been awful. First of all, if it did happen, but I don't think that's like. I don't think you can do that with paper. I don't think paper is like. It can't apply enough force to cut through the skin and then cut the artery.
Construction paper.
Eh.
Maybe if you like sand it down. It's pretty pointy. Bet you could kill a man with construction paper.
Well, yeah, with construction paper, but like cutting him on across the throat, I don't think it would be able to sever the artery that causes you to bleed out.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I mean, I'm not about to try. Maybe we send it to MythBusters.
Yeah,
Can you, dude? I bet they would actually try that though.
probably.
Can a paper slice someone's throat open? Dude, that'd be crazy. Like, they would have to like ban paper from like social events or like planes and stuff, because like it's considered a deadly weapon now.
Mm-hmm.
Books everywhere are outlawed. That'd be insane. Like a razor paper. I could see that being a weapon of assassin's choice. Like, like they interrogate you and like they say, "What are you doing with this paper? Huh? What are you doing?" He's like, "There's nothing. It's origami."
I'm
Like,
sketching. A likely story, or you're here to kill everyone on this plane.
And you're like, "Trust me, I'm not." And you like go to sketch and you cut your pencil in half on the edge of it. And you're like, shit, dude. Razor paper is the future. The future of murder. I'm surprised no one has thought of that yet. Actually, like razor-lined paper.
The fuck?
You know?
Oh, Tom dropped from the call.
Yeah, he's just gone.
Huh.
Bye, Tom. We've been talking for a while, though. How much
Yeah.
longer do we have left?
Let's see, we're going for the podcast. Oh, jeez. What the fuck happened? My webcam fucked up.
No.
Because, like, I have to record the screen of Skype that shows my webcam.
Steven.
And... Oh, motherfucking... It keeps moving.
You can fix that.
There we go. Got it.
Yeah.
It's real weird now, though. Okay.
Alright.
So I might as well do the outro at this point. because I think we've been
All
going
right.
for a good bit. So, thank you all for watching so much. Thank you anyone who watched live, but we couldn't chat with you because we don't do that on this because it's going on YouTube, and that would be awkward to do.
And breaking the fourth wall, not too good.
Exactly. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cheeze-Cast. Remember, you can watch it live every Friday or Saturday. It is always different, pretty much. Like, there's no... I've been trying to, like, be like, it's usually Friday, right? So, there it is. It's Friday or Saturday, maybe even Sunday, live on twitch.tv/CheezyAF around 3 p.m. Central Time. Yeah.
Oh, and a message. Make sure, PM us all your vids of attempting to cut people's throats with paper. We want to see the results.
Of course. Make sure you record at least I expect at least a few of them to be 4K resolution, slow motion, like the slow motion guys. So we can just see the seams of the skin just cutting open.
Yeah, please do.
But yeah.
Thank you,
You can watch
and
it a week early,
good
live,
morning.
and then
Good
you'll see
night.
it on YouTube the next week. Sometimes we have guests. If you have specific guests you want us to talk to, or like look to get in on the show, then by all means leave it in the comments or tweet at me. If you want to be a guest on the show, tweet at me or leave a comment. And
tell us
yeah.
why you're interesting.
We'll see if you are a good fit for our band of misfits.
Fit for our quality of show.
Yeah. See if you're good enough for us.
We have high standards here.
But yeah, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you in the next episode. Peace.